Welcome superhero fans, we're back with another Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League video, and today I have a really cool Venom Frenzy Deadshot build that I know you guys are going to enjoy. So for all you Deadshot fans, let me know what you think on the comment section below. And of course, before we get started, click the like button if you enjoyed this video, and also subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with any Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League news. Let's do this. Okay guys, so first things first, the Venom Frenzy Affliction. One thing that you guys need to understand is that there is always a plus and a minus for all the inflictions in the game. And for the Venom Frenzy, once all the enemies are crazed, their health is actually increased. So that's kind of the sucky part. But the good thing is, if you do get them crazed, the enemies will go like berserk and they'll start attacking each other, which is very cool. And it's awesome seeing that on the animation when you're also playing the game. Also, another thing that you want to take in consideration is Toyman. Now, the really good thing is whenever you get into a certain level, you can actually make your weapons into elite, which you guys should be seeing that little emblem on the right hand side of your tier weapon or whatever weapon you're using. It kind of looks like a Gundam in my opinion, which is still pretty cool. No problem with that. But another thing that's really cool about Toyman is that you can actually modify your weapons and change the augments to specific ones that you want for that weapon. So for example, as you guys can see, I have a 47.5% chance of increased damage to all crazed enemies, and I did choose that myself, but you have to roll that excessive amount of damage. So if I really want to try again to see if maybe I can get that 50% chance, we'll do that right now by holding X, and then I didn't get lucky enough to get the 50%, so I'm gonna stick with my 47.5. Next up, we have our talents, which is considered the bread and butter for this loadout, and part of the reason why it's because if you guys are overrun by a whole horde of enemies, you can actually spam your fuel dump traversal attack multiple times, which is actually really good. I should be showing like a bunch of gameplay while I'm talking, so you guys probably see it by now. Now again, I'm not going to be talking about every single detail. I'm only going to be breaking down the things that I think is very important and why I chose the thing I chose. So to go down the tools of trade talents, I have I Never Miss, Hollow Point, followed by Pistol Specialist. Now, it's entirely up to you guys if you want to change this to your sniper rifle, since our secondary weapon is a sniper rifle, but personally me, when it comes to shooters in general, I usually rock a pistol, which is why I also have Pistol Specialist. Now, we do have a bunch of augments throughout all of our gear that will also boost up our pistol damage, so it's very important for you guys to use this, but if you really want to switch all of it up to a sniper or whatever your preference is, you can do that. We have Ultra Impact. Next up is Eye of the Sniper, followed by Cooldown, and then Quick Draw. Now this is very important because it is a critical reload. Anytime you get to a 20 hit combo or higher and you get a critical reload, you have a 100% chance of building an additional 5 hit combo. And for any of you guys who don't know what a critical reload, anytime you reload, just hit the square on that blue bar and that is considered a critical reload. We also have Every Bullet Counts, Cover Shooter, and lastly for our special skill is I Never Miss. For our locked and loaded talents, we have Perfect Form, Suicide Strike, Carnage for our special skill, Counter Attack, Knuckle Duster, Stronghold, Strike Stacker, Dirty Bomb, Runner's High, and then of course for our last one, it's still considered Carnage. This one's actually going to help us a lot to build that resource for our fuel dump traversal attack. If you guys really want to switch it to Deadly's Assassin, it's entirely up to you, but again, to get that fuel dump a lot faster than what you would normally do, Carnage is an absolute must. And lastly, for our talent tree, Fly Like a Bullet, we'll go Air Reach, followed by Refuel. Now this is very important because this will actually increase your fuel jump traversal resource buildup by 50%. Again, it's very important that you guys use this because the longer and higher of a level you go while trying to run the Infinite Crisis, you guys will be a little bit overwhelmed with how many enemies are surrounding you. So using your traversal attack when you're in a higher level is very important, so you really want to get this one. And please don't get active heat sinks. It's not important. You really need that refuel. We have next up Afterburner, followed by Top Up. Again, performing a fuel dump traversal attack has a 50% chance to refuel 25% fuel dump resource. Just another thing to give us that additional buildup when it comes to utilizing our traversal attack. We have next up Flame Out. So anytime you use your traversal attack and hit 5 or more enemies, we'll have a 5 hit combo, which is very good because you really want to get to that 50 hit combo as fast as you can. Again, when you're in that higher level, it's just going to help you out in the long run, and you're going to do a lot more damage than you would if you're in a 12 hit combo. Offset will be the next one. We have Pinnacle Hits, hang time. For our squad ultimate, I am going to be utilizing the ultimate power conservation because it will give us that 50% chance by building up our fuel dump traversal attack and our squad strike when you have your ultimate active, which is very good. So anytime you guys have your ultimate, don't be afraid and don't hesitate, just use it so that way you can get that additional resource buildup. Finally, we get to talk about the armor that we've been rocking. So for this one, our primary firearm, we have the infamy sets Bane's Rage Snapshot Pistol. Again, you like to use pistols when it comes to shooters, and by far this is the best one that you can get. Now for all of the title belonging weapons that you guys can get that belongs to the Bane's Rage, the description fits the exact same. So if you get the AR or the sniper, you can actually use this bonus if you like. So in the description it says successful critical reloads with this firearm trigger a stack of frenzy. At 3 stacks, you unleash a wave of venom frenzy that crazes all enemies within 20 meters of you. This can only happen every 45 seconds, and if you fail the critical reload, then it's going to remove all your stacks. So as of right now, the one thing that you guys are really going to want to be doing fairly quickly is getting that 3rd stack, so that way the wave of venom frenzy can craze all the enemies surrounding you. So for example, as you guys can see, we already have 1 emblem of the Bane, which is right there. If I do another critical reload, this one's going to be the 2nd one. As you guys can see, there's the 2nd one, and if you get the 3rd by reloading, this is what happens. You get a wave of venom frenzy. So now they're all crazed, they're all going to be attacking each other, and you can do as much damage as you guys can. That's usually the way I start the rotation anyways, unless you guys really want to throw your frag grenade, then you guys can just do that as well. So back to the loadout itself. For our secondary weapon, we have the Black Mask's Notorious Sniper Rifle, which I'm honestly thinking this is probably the best sniper rifle that you can use, and I'll tell you why in a little bit. But I totally forgot to mention, you guys can see my augments. I've already implemented the ones that I see fit, and the last one gives us a plus 47.5% damage to all crazed enemies, specifically for this firearm. So the moment I'm using it, I'm already getting that buff the moment they get crazed, which is really good. You guys can see that as well. I got a chance to get the 50% damage increase to crazed enemies with this firearm, which is really good. And then for this description, anytime you hit an enemy with the firearm, we get the Black Mass's Mark. Applying the Black Mass's Mark to 3 different enemies within 9 seconds causes all marked enemies to trigger a fiery explosion that burns nearby enemies. So that's just a plus bonus that we get for a secondary affliction, which is really nice, but for the main purpose is just going to give us that 50% increased damage for crazed enemies, which is really good. This one right here is super important for your melee. It's the Two Faces Notorious wrist cannons. Now for this description, it says every melee hit on a crazed enemy has a 50% chance to drop a rather live grenade or grenade ammo. Now I should be showing some gameplay. I'm constantly just throwing grenades because it's giving me the grenade ammo, or it's dropping live ones, which is very good. And then we also get a 50% plus increase for the suicide strike damage, which is just a plus. I do have the Affliction of Venom Frenzy implemented in this melee. Next one, same thing, the Affliction for Venom Frenzy, and we also have Bane's Wrath tier 2 set of the infamy gear. Now this is actually really cool because we do get the piece bonuses, and you guys really want to make sure that you put this gear so that way you can get all 3 piece bonuses. We also have some really good augments tied to this a grenade, and then whenever you get the piece bonuses, you guys can see right here, it says for the first one, increases craze duration by 10 seconds and enemies you craze now deal 20% more damage for each 1% health they are missing and slowly build up craze while dealing damage. For piece number 2, it says you deal 1% more damage to an enemy for each 1% of their health that is missing. And for the last one, it says when you kill a crazed enemy or an enemy craze kills another enemy, you trigger a stack of Bane's Wrath. This lasts 60 seconds and increases the damage you deal by 50% up to a maximum of 750%. There is a 50% chance to trigger Bane's Wrath when you craze an enemy that is below 100% health. So again, this is very, very important because if you do hit everything right every character should disappear, and all you're going to be seeing is like a cool greenish aura. It's just for the animation. It's actually pretty cool when you're playing it because you're just going to be seeing nothing but green. And then for our shield mod, we have another Bane's Wrath, the Unbreakable. This one will give us a 37% increased pistol damage, which is one of our augments. I got lucky enough to just have this when it dropped, rather than me going around and leveling this up myself. But for this description, it says, while there are 4 or more crazed enemies within 20 meters of you, you deal 100% more damage and take 50% less damage, which is very good because you're going to be surrounded by all these guys nonetheless. And if you're doing this build right, most of them, if not all of them, should be crazed. Next up, we have Deadshot's Notorious mod. This is probably by far the best mod that you can get for Deadshot. Clearly, anytime you're standing still or anytime you're moving, you will get an additional buff, and it's really cool because anytime you're moving, you'll get a Speed Force Exhaustion, which increases damage done by 50% per stack. Each effect can stack up to 10 times, which is really good. So you can be standing still or you can be moving. You're building up something to increase your damage, or if you're standing still, you'll deal will increase your damage reduction, which is still fairly good. And then for one of our mods that we have, or sorry, for our augments, I'll probably take a picture because my face cam is too much in the way. We get a 46% traversal attack damage to crazed enemies, which is really good. I really want to see if I can get that to a 50% just to give us that additional increase of damage, but that's very good. And again, by far, this is probably the best mod that you can get for Deadshot. If you have it, just keep it. It's really going to do you a lot of good. Next up, we have the TN1 tolerance for our Bane's Wrath tier 2 infamy set. We also have an augment of 50% damage increase to crazed enemies, which is really good. And this is the one that's going to give our third and final piece bonus for that set itself. And then lastly, of course, we got Lucky Charm. This is Jinx's unlucky coin. I don't know what to say. If you guys have this, I mean, every character can utilize this. No matter what happens, you have a 250% increased damage to any inflicted enemy. Now, there is a certain rotation, and if it ends up getting our Venom Frenzy, which is really good, or maybe Diablo Blaze or whatever type of affliction you guys are using, but for this case, it's the Venom Frenzy. If that clock actually rotates to the Venom Frenzy, we will get an additional 750% damage for the affliction of the enemies, which is really helpful. And I'm telling you, if you guys have this Lucky Charm, just click it. Whatever affliction that you're going to be using, no matter what happens, you're going to be getting a buff. And if it just so happens that the coin flips to whatever affliction that you're using, you're going to get that increase of 750%, which is crazy to think about it. But that is pretty much it for my loadout. I hope you guys enjoy it. Try absolutely having fun with this. I mean, I love seeing the green. It's one of my favorite colors, and it's freaking amazing. Super fun as well. Either way, the build is very fun. Let me know what you guys think on the comment section below. I'm probably going to be showing some gameplay after this, so you guys enjoy this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Yo, Brainiac ship is still a 10 out of 10. Dude, this bat suit is GOAT.
You'll need to be ruthless and efficient here, like me. Headshots for faster charge, please. Never miss the score.
Got the ult again.
Nailed it. What's next?
Ooh, love a bit of close talk.
Get more. Oh, did I kill everybody? Oh, that's so funny. They're all just crazed. Damn. Ooh.
Am I shark or failure?
It's still going. Ooh.
Damn, electric shock grounded. Launching explosive device. I can end fools all day. Literally my job.
Oh shit.
Man, I always hit the target.
There you go.
Shoot you.
You'll run out of ammunition eventually, Lawton. I can wait.
Good combined fire, Shark.
Wonderful execution. I didn't even need to add extra time for you. 86% chance of survival.
Hey, don't mess with the best.
Got the 50.
Ooh, hate to be standing in the middle of that.
Trick shot, digger!
Oh, this is gonna be nice. Oh no, I might have done that early.
Heat up for the
Oh, got the ult again.
Better than a
I'll find the earthling that made this jammer and convert the...
This is what winning feels like.
I haven't decided yet. You outperform my own commanders, Lord. That is until I make you one of them.
I'm gifted. Man, I always hit the target.
bit naughty or nice.
Can somebody take those bombs away from Quinzel? By force. Dispatch the assassin quickly. He's making you look weak.
Man.
As I had planned, and with time to spare. Oh, you should make it back in one piece, too.
Wouldn't want to find out what that feels like.
It's almost as if I captured these readings myself. Try not to die. We're not done yet.
Yeah. Man, the movement in this game, I'll tell you. I don't got no grenades.
Reloading.
Oh shoot.
Just call me Captain Sheeterang, Deadshot, right?
An object lesson, units. Don't let the shark close the distance.
I need my nades.
Up high. Putting them down
That's not
low.
good. Whoa.
Spicy meatball incoming.
Ooh, they're coming for me.
My hunger is matched by my skill.
Have something nice, hot,
That's all for you.
Let us avoid our foe's detonation.
He's self-destructed! Run!
Your methods of slaughter are creative, Grim. I'll give you that.
Well, damn.
Opened them up. Let me raise the temperature. Nailed it. What's next?
I'm down.
You got me, Boomerang. This is what winning feels like. Signed with a bullet.
God, is that?
Evasive maneuvers. Norton's feeling trigger happy.
Dang it.
Man, I always hit the target.
Wonderful execution. I didn't even need to add extra time for you. 86% chance of survival.
Woo. I'm running.
So many fascinating metrics and data points. Oh, and you're all still alive. That's good too. Make the exit portal your priority, especially as I have deprioritized the Prometheum shield. We'll stop them here. All reinforcements. Target the interlopers. Heading Deadshot.
There's more of them.
Our strategy was to not have a strategy, and it was most successful.
It's just smooth.